Okay, let's do a sound check now. There you go. Say something.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Mr. Maxwell, you're really faint.
Can you hear me now?
Again, you're very, very faint, and I'm thinking I'm going to leave you unmuted, as long as you don't rustle a bunch of papers and stuff, because I know you were having trouble getting unmuted. Would that work for you?
That'd be fine.
Okay, and you still are very, very faint.
Ms. Jones, he is not faint on the platform. Can you hear me?
I can hear you as well, Commissioner, and you're very faint too. Let's see if we can't turn everybody up.
I can hear Member McWilliams just
Okay,
fine on the
I got you
platform.
both now. Commissioner was correct. It was us in here with our volume. So we're good.
Fantastic.
Righty. Good morning. My name is Felicia Orth, hearing officer appointed by the Water Quality Control Commission to conduct a hearing in WQCC 23-84. This is a proposed new rule around requirements for water reuse. We are on the 11th day of hearing, and as we have on every other day, we'll have 2 public comment sessions today. This is the 9 o'clock public comment session. There will also be one at 1 p.m. Just a few things about public comment. I will ask you to spell your name for the transcript. I will ask you to swear or affirm that you will tell the truth. The commission rules require that of everyone speaking, and I will be running a stopwatch and ask that you keep your comments within 3 minutes. To the extent you have more to say than can be said in 3 minutes, please submit your comments, the remainder of your comments in writing to Pam Jones. So let me begin with Senator Pope. Senator Pope here or on the platform?
I'm on the platform.
Okay. Let me know if he joins us. Jackie Hood. Jackie.
I'm here.
Oh, hello. Would you spell your first and last name for the transcript, please?
Jaci. My last name is Hood.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'll start your 3 minutes.
Hello, my name is Jaci Hood. I would like to say a quick thank you for listening. I am Native American, specifically Navajo, and I am part of the Yucca Youth Fellowship. I wouldn't say I grew up traditional, but my family, mainly my grandparents, my Che, my papa, and my grandma taught me many traditions and lessons that have stuck with me through life and will continue to be
Ms.
with me.
Hood, hold on. I'm sorry, I did stop your time for a moment. You're speaking very quickly, and I should have mentioned earlier that all comment and testimony is being captured word for word by both a court reporter and a team of interpreters interpreting simultaneously between Spanish and English. So please speak slowly enough for them to catch your words. I'll resume your time.
Okay, my bad. And will continue to be with me, especially the value of Mother Earth and what she offers us, like water. I come from a family that farms. My family has their own farm and we grow corn, squash, and a variety of other vegetables. Coming from a family that farms and works hard has always played a huge part in my identity. My grandparents taught me a saying, "To'ina," meaning water is life. Using produced water will not do any good and only cause more harm to the current state of the environment. To add on, produced water is not really water, but instead a toxic waste generated by fracking, which is the product of oil and gas. It is highly toxic and radioactive. By using the so-called water will only endanger the environment more and communities. Studies have shown that the substance is highly carcinogenic and once more radioactive. Many people have already suffered enough and gained a variety of health problems from environmental factors that have been caused by factories. Considering the factors of using produced water, I do not think we should be using produced water, and furthermore, add to the current environmental crisis we are already in. Thank you for hearing my comment.
Thank you, Ms. Hood. Jonathan Hanson. Okay, let me know if he joins us. Noreen Kelly. All right, maybe unmute the call-in users. All right, if Senator Pope, Jonathan Hanson, or Noreen Kelly are among the call-in users, please unmute yourself and speak up. Okay. Beth Ensign. Okay. Ensign, it looks like E-N-S-O-N. Laura Wachampino. Okay. Ms. Wachampino.
Didn't unmute myself. Good morning,
There you
everyone.
Good morning. If you would please spell your first and last name for the transcript.
My name is Laura Wachampino, L-A-U-R-A, Wachampino, W-A-T-C-H-E-M-P-I-N-O.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Thank you. I'll start your 3 minutes.
Thank you. The New Mexico Water Quality Control Commission and the Environment Department must disentangle itself from the economic stranglehold of the oil and gas industry. New Mexicans have overwhelmingly supported the Energy Transition Act, which mandated a new path forward for New Mexico's energy future, one predicated on a shift toward more renewable energy sources like wind and solar, and a shift away from finite polluting resources like natural gas and oil. The Energy Transition Act sets a statewide renewable standard for New Mexico investor-owned utilities, as well as rural electric cooperatives. That is a path we need to be on. But despite this clear mandate, the oil and gas industry has resisted, pouring its energy and financial resources into creating a myth with vast consequences, conning our legislative leaders and the public alike into believing that the industry's toxic waste stream can be reused to save New Mexico's dwindling freshwater resources. Freshwater resources that this industry continues to threaten with impunity. One lesson we should have learned decades ago: extractive industries have damaged New Mexico's surface and groundwater resources, often irreparably. Vast amounts of water have been wasted into our arroyos, streams, and rivers. Waste streams from these same industries have poisoned our rivers and aquifers. We have learned that the more extreme extractive methods that are used, like fracking, pollute ever more concentrated and long-lived contaminants. I don't know of any industrial site that has been returned to background conditions, and in most cases, no pre-industrial baseline conditions were even measured or assessed. In this case, the precarious state of New Mexico's economy, so heavily dependent on a polluting industry, laden with known and unknown chemical toxins and key contributors to our climate crisis, should not trump the public welfare, our health, or our safety concerns. Nor should they be releasing toxic chemicals and radioactive materials that harm our health or threaten the quality of our public surface waters and drinking water aquifers in New Mexico. Produced water is a misnomer. This byproduct of the oil and gas industry is a toxic waste stream that must be isolated from our surface and groundwaters in New Mexico,
Ms.
as well as,
Please,
yes.
please wrap up.
How much longer do I have?
About 10 seconds.
I urge you to use science-based standards for the handling and treatment of produced water.
Thank you very much. Let's see, I think Senator Pope might have joined us in the room. If you would come to that table there. And yes, and make sure that the button is green. There you go. Senator, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Thank you. I'll start your 3 minutes.
Good morning, commissioners. We need a rule to protect human health and the environment. But in my opinion, this reuse rule does not comply with the law. The most critical aspect of my public comment is that the legislature adopted the law, which was codified as section 70-13-4D, which requires a permit for any produced water use outside of the oil field. Section 70-13-4D states, for uses regulated by the Water Quality Control Commission pursuant to Water Quality Act, a person shall obtain a permit from the Department of Environment before using the produced water. That is the law, and it is clear. Any use of produced water outside of the oil fields requires a permit. And this is for good reason. As you're all well aware, produced water is highly saline and could contain many different constituents, such as suspended particles, dissolved mineral salts, organic compounds like volatile and semi-volatile organic compounds, petroleum hydrocarbons, organic acids, and oils. Also can contain natural occurring radioactive material and other inorganic constituents, such as sulfide and ammonia, as well as chemical additives, all of which are very dangerous to human health and the environment. The proposed NMED regulation does not require a permit, and I believe that this is inconsistent with the law, which requires public notice, specifically to all surrounding landowners, and also requires a hearing. This is a violation of the public's due process rights. This is key. As you can also understand, the only critical science in the record says we're at a nascent stage, which means we have taken the very first step to understanding what is even in the Permian Basin produced water. So I support continued research, but I'm asking you to adopt a rule that allows for bench scale scientific research permits for accredited labs, only with limits on scale. And also permits required for pilot projects must also provide public transparency and accountability. To ensure this, these limited in-scale projects must at least be as protective of human health and the environment as authorized pilot projects in Texas. For instance, number one, there must be disclosure of all chemical constituents before any person seeking a permit for a pilot project from the NMAD is permitted. There must also be scale limits to protect public health and the environment. Number three, the NMAD must have the authority to deny or amend any permit application. Number four, that there be pre-treatment analytical tests and post-treatment analytical tests of all the data, and be given to NMAD on a quarterly basis, and that all data be made public online. Number five, that there be characterization of all naturally occurring radioactive material, and any other radioactive material must be tested for, and that all workers be provided training and personal protective equipment. Number six, that there be a specific residual produced water waste disposal standards, and that monitoring for proper disposal of that residual waste be stringent to avoid public health risks and environmental contamination. Finally, until we know more and have more scientific data, I ask that all other reuse and discharges be banned at this time, because the science is just not there yet. So to be very specific, I'm asking that the Water Quality Control Commission prohibit discharges direct or indirect to ground and surface water, deny any federal discharge permits, whether direct or indirect to ground and surface water, prohibit any industrial projects or demonstration projects until the science is proven via bench scale or pilot projects. And as I stated at the beginning of this, prohibit any reuse without a permit. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, Senator. Let's see, is Carolyn Richter here or on the platform? No, okay. Rudy Montoya. Rudy. I need you at a microphone.
Madam Hearing Officer, I've gotten several texts that people who have been online the whole week last week are not able to get online right now. So I don't know if that's why there's been some calls without, I just don't know. I'm just letting you know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So Pam, do you have any insight?
Just, no, I've been directing people the weekend who have written and make comment, go to the NMED event calendar this morning. So, excuse me?
Is it a new?
It is.
It's a new, so people using last week's connection.
That's right. That's correct.
Okay, so there's a new one.
Yes.
Okay, because there's apparently people who are stuck in the waiting room. But I guess I'll just let
I
that
just need help back someone who gave me that message.
Oh, okay, thank
Yeah, we had announced at the end of last week that there would be a new link for today. And there is a new link for today. All right. Carolyn Richter. I think I already called Carolyn Richter. Okay. Okay.